Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Iris with Shorty Custom Creations. So yesterday I uploaded a video and I did ask on the video if you guys wanted for me to make a tutorial on the desktop calendar slash post-it note holder. And I actually got some feedback and you guys said yes for me to go ahead and do a tutorial. So here I am. I'm going to go ahead and give you the measurements and what I've used. I did pre-cut and I did pre-score because of now we're going to be here forever just because there's a lot of cutting and scoring, and so I wanted to cut some time of the video. Okay, but I did put it on basically a post-it note, but I do have it on there if you guys want to take like a snippy from the measurements. You're more than welcome to do that as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. So we're going to start with the card base, okay? Card base is going to be 5.5 by 8.5, and it's going to be scored at 4 1/4. So 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, if you want to take a snippy, set that to the side. We're going to go ahead and score this at, like I said, at 4 1/4. Okay. So it's gonna look like this. Okay, so that's kind of where that falls in. Then we're gonna set this to the side because now we're gonna work on what's gonna go here, what actually makes it look like an easel. Okay, so that's gonna be this piece right here. And I forgot to put and then score. I apologize, guys. I forgot to put this on here. So we're gonna have a 4 by 5 1/4, and we're gonna score at 1/2 inch. I did put on here, you can turn it around and then 1/2 inch again and then 2, but you can score 1/2, 2, and 3 1/2. Okay, so you can do it that way, or you can do it like I did here and then just score at 2, which is right in the middle. So I use my score buddy. You're gonna put it this way, so it's gonna be on the 4 inch side. So we're gonna score at 1/2, 2, and 3 1/2. Okay. Okay. So first we're gonna varnish. The two end pieces are gonna go in. So you're gonna score them in just like this, both sides. And then the middle, we're going to make it a mountain fold. So it's actually going to look like this, okay? Make sure you varnish it really, really good as well. Okay, and you're gonna get, looks like a little hat, right? But there's a reason why this is gonna look like this, okay? So when we place it or glue it on, we're going in this way. Okay, so this end here is gonna go inside. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you. Let me go ahead and grab my glue. I love this glue, by the way. I don't know which one you guys use, but I love this glue. So we're gonna go ahead and place the glue on this side, okay? Okay, and then we're gonna try to bring it as close to the edge as possible, okay? And you're gonna leave a little tiny room on each side, probably about 1/8 of an inch on this side and on this side, okay? And then just kind of push it through with your fingers, that's fine, just so the glue can grab. Then we're gonna hold this down with our fingers, obviously, right? And we're gonna also put glue on this side. And this way is actually a little bit easier here. We're just gonna bring this all the way over here. We're gonna close it up. And again, you can use your finger or you can use the bone folder as well. And kind of just so the glue can grab. And you have your little easel part. See? Perfect. All right. So we're going to put this to the side because we already finished that part. right? So next we're gonna work on, let's work on the box. So, you saw the little box that we have here. The reason why I'm gonna go and do that first is because it's kind of, sounds complicated, but it really isn't, but I do need to kind of explain it because there's a few cuts on it that it's a little bit on the weird side. All right, so here is the box measurements. If you guys want to take a snip of that. Sorry. All right, so the box size is going to be 4.5 by 5.5, right? Then you are going to take on the short side, I call it the short side, which is the 4.5 side, which is this side here. You're gonna score at 1/2 inch. So it's gonna be 1/2 inch here. So you're gonna score all the way down. You're gonna flip it to the other side, which again, you're in the 4.5 inch side, and you're gonna score at 1/2 inch again, all the way down. Then you're gonna turn it to the 5.5 side, and you're gonna score at 2.5, and then you're gonna score at 3. Okay? All right, perfect. So now we got those score lines to cut and the score lines. Now we're gonna burnish. Nope, before we burnish, we're gonna cut. So you see this little square right here? Okay, you don't need that little square. So we're gonna get rid of the little square. So you're gonna cut, and I think I've cut already. You're gonna cut in this score line to the side, to the horizontal score line. So you're gonna cut there, and then you're gonna cut on the other score line here up to this score line. Okay, so you're gonna score there, and it's gonna leave you that little square here. Okay, I like to press it because technically you're supposed to cut that off. So maybe if you go towards the back, it might be a little easier to cut. And voila, is off. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing to the other side, and we are going to take that little piece off and try to cut it to the best of your ability, obviously, so it's nice and cut and the little pieces are flying everywhere, but that's okay. So you're gonna be left with something that looks like this. Okay, so now we're gonna actually do the folds. So we're gonna go ahead and burnish all the rest of the areas that are scored. We are going to be doing them going in. Same thing over here, and then same thing on this side. Okay, then I normally like to open it up just to make sure that I'm burnishing them the right way. So first we're gonna take the first score mark on this side and burnish that, and then we take the other one and burnish that. Okay, so you're gonna be left with something like that. Okay, see how it made that little piece there, which is this little piece right here. Okay, if it makes sense. All right, so now we're gonna glue these two sides together. So what I like to do is try to get this together to the best of my ability. Sometimes it's a little tricky, but just keep playing with it and you try to straighten it out. You're gonna use your glue. There's a brand new glue. I don't know why I have such a hard time trying to get the glue out. All right, so you're gonna press it and press it there, like, I guess, so the glue can hold and take. I like to put my finger inside and kind of just press it also so it holds. And then we're gonna do the same thing on this side. So we're gonna put the glue on there as well. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna glue this. Again, I put my finger inside just so I can hold or grab the glue. And there you go. There's your little box. And this is where the Post-it note is going to go in. Okay. So we're going to place this to the side. So those are the two more work, I guess, because it was the cutting and of course all the scoring, right? And now we're going to make it look pretty or embellish it. So we are going to take the front of the card, and the first layer is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Now this is going to be your cardstock layer. I'm doing gold, but you guys can obviously use any color cardstock depending on what color theme you guys are going to be utilizing. You're going to put that to the side, and again we're going to take our handy dandy glue and we're going to go ahead and glue that to the front of the card itself, and try to leave kind of sort of even spacing so it doesn't look awkward and weird, right? So we're going to go ahead and press that in, make sure the glue grabs, and so it looks like this. Okay, so now we're going to do the, I call it the DSP because I told you guys that I was with Stampin' Up, and so that's what they call the designer paper. But I also heard other crafters, they call it scrapbook paper. So the second layer, which is going to be this paper here, which is for me the DSP or the designer paper, scrapbook paper, it's going to be 3 3/4 by 5 1/8. So it's 3 3/4 wide and 5 1/8 long. So again, we're going to take our glue, place the glue in the back. All right. And we are going to glue this right on top of our cardstock piece of paper. Again, try to keep it as even as possible so it doesn't look wonky. I think mine looks wonky. I think I put more on this side than this side, but that's okay for demonstration purposes. But anyway, so this is what it's going to look like. So you're going to have your card base, your first layer, and then the second layer, which is going to be your card base is going to be cardstock again, and then your designer paper, whichever designer paper you decide to use. So now what we're going to do is that we are going to, now before we finish here, let's go ahead and decorate the box because we don't want the box naked, you know. I mean, obviously you're going to have something in front of it, but that's okay. We also want to make it pretty. So we're going to, sorry, forget I'm giving you guys the measurements. All right, so the piece that's going to go in front of the box is going to be 2 1/4 by 3 3/8. Okay, so 2 1/4 by 3 3/8. All right, so we have that. And again, put some glue. And put this in the front to make it look pretty. And voila. Now it doesn't look naked anymore. So now it looks all pretty. All right. So now we have to put the box in front of the card, right? So what I like to do is you can use glue or double-sided tape. For the sake of the video, I'm going to go ahead and glue it, but you can use double-sided tape if you want. Double-sided tape might be a little bit better just because it holds more and a little bit longer. All right, so what I like to do, I like to lay this down, flatten it, and what I want to do is that I want to get to leave a little teeny corner, not at the bottom, because the bottom we're gonna match it perfectly. But over here, I'm gonna leave about maybe about 1/8 of an inch. And then we're gonna go ahead and bring it all the way down to where the designer paper is, okay? And then we're going to, once again, use your fingers, or you can use your bone folder and kind of put it in there. And it's just for that glue to grab. There you go. And our box is on. Perfect, right? Now, obviously, you can leave it like this if that's how you want. I'm going to decorate it just a little bit. Now, I am going to be placing a calendar, small calendar. Now, I got my calendars in Amazon. There is another company, but I forgot the name. I'm going to be honest with you guys. But, I mean, I bought it at Amazon. They're super cheap. I think they were like $3 or something like that for like 10 of them. So, super cheap. So, again, just put glue in the back of the calendar. And we are going to place it in front of the box. So let's go ahead and leave. Obviously, you want to make sure it's nice and even. Does it look even? Yeah, it's even. Just a little bit lower here, I guess. Somewhat. All right, perfect. And again, I go through the back, kind of secure the glue. So I'm putting my fingers inside just so I can push it in. And there you go. Now the calendar is sitting right there. Okay. Now I do want to put some type of embellishment. Like you guys notice here, I cut these flowers and a little butterfly here, and then I just glued it to the side just to give it a little bit more body and just so it could look pretty. Oh, and I added a butterfly up there too. So in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use this trim, this gold trim. I love this trim. I'm in love with this trim, just saying. I am gonna be using my hot glue gun, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of hot glue on here. And we are going to place it on this side. Then, of course, I forgot to put my silicone finger protector here for the glue. Trust me, the burns are not, they're not fun. Perfect. Okay, so we got that. And then we're gonna put the flower. I grabbed this flower. This is one of those Prima flowers that I grabbed at Hobby Lobby. They had them on sale or on clearance, something like that. And that's the reason why I bought it, because to be honest with you, they're super expensive. If they're not on sale, they're super expensive. All right. So I hold it here for a second so the glue can grab. And voila, there's the flower. And there's the easel. And I pulled the pink post-it notes. And I found, believe it or not, a pen, little tiny pen. Like I told you guys, I'll show you the package where that it looks like. Again, it's from Amazon. And just put the pen there. And it's done. I mean, it's done pretty much. This is it is called mini gel pens, and they come in this cute little box, and it's a bunch of different colors and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested, like I said, I found them in Amazon. And that is it, guys. Hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully you guys understood my tutorial. it's my first time, if I'm not mistaken, doing a tutorial like this. So hopefully more to come. But so I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me this time. Like I said, if you guys get to let me know in the comments if if you liked it, if it was pretty easy, if I explained it the right way, and if you guys are gonna try it out. All right, let me know, guys. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Leave me some comments. I love reading my comments. Anyways, guys, thank you again so much for hanging out with me. Have a blessed night. Bye bye, guys.